Despite being small in stature, Bruno Lauer, a.k.a. Harvey Whippleman, has been one of the WWE's most memorable and larger-than-life personalities for years. He has managed some of the industry's most memorable characters and has made multiple WrestleMania appearances. Bruno Lauer, Harvey Whippleman, Downtown Bruno, Uptown Bruno, let's not forget, Handsome Harvey. Welcome to OWW Radio, man.
And thank you, and don't forget Harvina.
Harvina, yeah, I can't forget Harvina.
Well, thanks for having me, y'all. I'm looking forward to joining y'all here.
Thanks a lot. You got into the business at age 14, is this correct?
That's exactly right.
Now, how was it, you being a teenager, around all these big wrestlers you watched on TV, man?
Well, it was just survival, man. It was just survival, you know. That was a way to make a living, and there wasn't very many people my age making a living, and a decent one at that. It wasn't nothing I was getting rich at, but, you know, I was pretty much accepted into the business because I did work hard. I wasn't one of these kids that came into the business because my daddy was rich and he bought me a promotion or my daddy was a wrestler or whatever. I just, you know, I worked hard, and I you know, earned everybody's respect, I'm proud to say.
Right. Now, you still work as Downtown Bruno in Memphis, wrestling at times. I mean, you're 155 pounds. How is it working with guys who are, for the most part, you know, 10 times bigger than you are, man?
Well, you know, it's just part of the business. You know, you could ask the same question to Rey Mysterio.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So, you know, it's just part of the business. And actually, I don't work in actual Memphis wrestling anymore because it barely exists. You know, it just they mostly show reruns on Channel 50 there in Memphis, and you know, when I say reruns, you know, old tapes or whatever. But I do work on a regular basis for NEW, New Experience Wrestling, which is run by Nightmare Ken Wayne, which they have TV tapings every Friday night in West Memphis, Arkansas. So I am the referee there, and I'm there every Friday night.
Check that out. You're a wrestler, manager, referee, and even executive in multiple federations. You've just done, you've done it all in a career spanning about 30 years. What are some of your favorite memories over the years?
Well, you know, it's funny. A lot of the really big memories came from, you know, achieving what I wanted to, you know, my goals. In other words, I haven't got all of them in life yet or in the business yet, but, you know, I wanted to go to the WWE. Of course, it wasn't E at the time, but we just, even in the past tense, we refer it to, you know, as it now. But I always wanted to go there. So when I got the opportunity to go there, that was a big deal. And when I was, you know, part of the main event in my first WrestleMania, that was a pretty big accomplishment. And a whole lot of people can't say that, you know. I actually, even though it was the ladies' championship and it was, you know, very short-lived, I can actually say I did wear gold in the WWE. That's a big deal. You know, being named Mid-South Referee of the Year for 2008 by our WrestlingRiotOnline.com, that was a big deal because that was completely legitimate, voted on by the fans. So that meant a lot to me. And, you know, just little milestones like that, all the good friends and good experience I've had over the years in the business. You know, it's basically I can't pinpoint one specific instance, but a lot of things put together.
Being so over as Harvey Whippleman with the WWE promotion, that's got to be a huge accomplishment as well. Being over by so many fans.
Well, sure, and that means a lot to me, and I'm very grateful for the McMahons and the WWE for allowing me to be a part of the organization. It's like a big family. During
this stint as Harvey Whippleman, you were this dastardly heel manager. You managed wrestlers like the Warlord, Sid Justice, Kamala, and a past guest of ours, Brian Clark, or a.k.a. Adam Bob. Who are your favorite clients?
Well, you know, I like all those guys you just mentioned. I enjoyed being with them. Sid and I, of course, well, you might not know this, but me and him practically grew up together, and we're
really
very close, like family, you know. So that was always a, you know, big deal for me. Before I went to WWE, managed a guy that you may not have heard of. I don't know, because he never really ventured too far outside the Memphis territory, but a guy named Phil Hickerson, who I was very close with. I managed him back in the early 80s in the Memphis area. I managed the Fullers, Robert Fuller, Jimmy Golden in Memphis and in the Alabama territory in the early and mid-'80s, and I enjoyed being with them. But all the people that I dealt with in WWE were great. Adam Bomb, Bertha Faye, Warlord, Quang, Well Done, even Giant Gonzalez. I got along with everybody. I've always got along pretty much with everybody.
Well, since you mentioned him, the Giant Gonzalez, that must have been interesting for you. You have any stories you can share with us about the Giant Gonzalez?
Well, it was very interesting managing Gonzalez because he's a dear friend of mine and a very good guy, but he is severely diabetic. Mm-hmm. And it's, part of my job to take care of him, which meant even sometimes at 4 in the morning he'd get the sugar lows or whatever, and he'd wake me up, and I'd have to go out and find him turkey sandwiches or whatever he wanted, and it was tiresome, I'll admit, but he wasn't a prick about it or anything like that, so I realized health-wise he needed it, and, I didn't mind. It was just it was difficult, but he was far from being a dumb guy. And there was another giant that I traveled with named Giant Silva. Y'all might remember him. Mm-hmm. Now, he was a dumb guy. He was a dumb giant. I mean, one time we were traveling, and, people used to naturally stare at him and point at him and everything because he was 8 feet tall or whatever,
Right.
Looked like a big gorilla. Mm-hmm. We were getting ready to go into a restaurant one day in Los Banos, California, and he said, "Bruno, when we go in, do not tell people I am giant so they don't bother me."
Oh, wow.
I thought, listen to this dumb son of a bitch. Don't tell people he's a giant. He's 8 feet tall, looks like a monkey.
It's not hard for anybody to point him out and say, look,
right.
Giant, you're more